Big up, big up, big up, and welcome to Liverpool 12th Man Show. I'm the Liverpool 12th Man. And we are pretty much ready to go for this weekend. It's TGIF, so you know how that goes. A little something here, a little something there for possibly some people out there that have the weekend plans already in fold. It's a little bit rainy here in Arizona, so it's a little bit different settings for us. No sunshine for today, but it's all good. It's all good. Can't have it every day. So we're going to try to provide as much sunshine as possible for everyone out there. And we got Mr. Sunshine himself. Brian, how you doing?
Yeah, what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Just play with you. Just play with you.
I'm from the sunny southeast, man. The sunny
Yeah.
southeast. That's what they call it, you know. I've got it in my bones.
Got
But
it in
yeah,
your bones.
yeah,
Gotcha.
10 days a year of it. All 10 days a year of it.
Spend it wisely. Spend it wisely, certainly. Yeah, so we're back, my Reds. We're definitely back for some Premier League action. Again, if you're tuning in, this is the Liverpool 12th Man Show. It's the Liverpool 12th Man channel. It's called that because we are all the 12th man of this beloved team of ours. There are those of you that might be rivals or even neutrals tuning in, and we are hospitable in the sense of saying welcome to you as well. But this is certainly the place where we look to give the real deal for our Reds out there. Today, we're going to be diving deep into the Liverpool versus Southampton matchup, a game that on paper looks like a routine victory or win, a walk in the park, if some would say. But as we all know, there are no walks in the park when it comes to Premier League action. So whether you're home or away, it's always going to be a fight. It's just a matter of you bringing your A game always to the pitch. So we don't want to necessarily tempt the football gods into throwing us a football curveball. But let's break it all down. And as always, let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you have some extra, score predictions or you have some extra comments that you want to provide for us, definitely put them in the comments. We definitely look to do our best in answering all of your comments and engaging one way or another, whether it's live or on the replay. We do appreciate your contributions. Smash the like button, obviously. Subscribe if you haven't, and follow us on all socials. Liverpool 12th Man is pretty simple. So with that said and done with, let's just get into it. This is basically the first versus the worst. Currently, I'll set the stage, by the way. And big up to Philip and big up Jimmy. Good to see you both in the chat there. Let's just set the stage. Liverpool, currently, we sit atop the table, 67 points. Southampton currently sit at the bottom of the table with just 9 points. 58-point difference. That is a lot. A 58-point difference. The biggest gap between two teams before a Premier League game since 2020. And that game actually was where we beat Aston Villa, actually. That was this is definitely lining up to be football's version of David versus Goliath. I don't know if David has his slingshot, but uh, we're not looking to play the part of playing victim or going down in victory or down in defeat to this team, certainly. So we come into this game with an unbeaten streak. Count, I believe it's 24 league games now that we're unbeaten in the league. We've gone 24 league games now, unbeaten, I believe. And that's just league. That's just the Premier League, not necessarily like the entire, obviously, not the entire stat. But our only loss has been our only loss has been in the league has been to the Forest, and that was a unsuspecting loss, but all the same a loss. All credit due to them for coming in and playing their game. But 24 games, long streak. We're just fresh off a hard-fought victory. You could say that's the least over PSG. Big up Bernie and big up Red Armchair Supporter, by the way. But meanwhile, Southampton on the other end of story, well, they just got absolutely demolished by Chelsea, and I believe it was 4-0. I want to say that game was last time out. It looks pretty bleak for the Saints when it comes to staying actively in the Premier League, but all the same, I'm going to start this off with some questions. Big up Realism Jarrett, by the way, too. I see you in the chat. Big up, big up. I'm going to start off with some questions for you, and that is there any realistic way Southampton can stop us tomorrow? And if there is, how? How would they go about bringing some David and Goliath situation? What is their slingshot?
Jeez. Like if it was a foregone conclusion, then nobody would watch.
Right.
Well,
certainly.
I mean, it's as close as you can get to.
Mhm.
I don't know what the bookies would give you on a Southampton win. Yeah, it would have to be one of their greatest ever defensive performances. They'd have to get the look. We'd have to leave our shooting boots on the bus. The amount of
Mhm.
things that we would have to go. It's like you said, you don't want to underestimate these people, but this is about as winnable as a game gets, really.
Mhm.
You've got to go out on the pitch, you've got to do it. If you take that attitude that you've already won, then yeah, they might sting you. They have some decent footballers, a couple of decent footballers, but not too many. They can they've got this thing where they're still playing to their way of doing things. I
Yeah,
would fear for them. I would if I was a Southampton. Yeah, I'd fear for them a little bit, because I think Slot will have us in very much the mental frame of mind as this needs to be won. So I try and make a case for what they might do. Just really
that's
go out
what.
there, give their best, hope for it.
Yeah,
That really is all they can do.
yeah. It's like rain in Phoenix. Very unlikely. I will say, don't
And
say very unlikely.
their goalkeeper has to do what Ali did against PSG. He has to have a game like that.
Right.
You need everything to go. It's yeah. To me, it's one of the like I'd be sitting here going 3-0,
Yeah.
just easy. Easy because they have been very very disappointing, almost kind of embarrassingly bad since they come back up. Really
Mhm.
have. But sure, that wouldn't that be just the way of things if they decide to turn in their best performance of the season tomorrow.
Yeah, that would be football. That would be
Yeah,
football right
even
there.
even at their best, man, they could give us a game for an hour, but with the people we have, the subs we'll be able to make, the changes all of that, I just can't see
Right.
anything they can do. No, I really can't.
Okay. Okay. The
Back in
suggestion
Anfield,
bullish.
isn't
Oh, I was
it?
gonna say the suggestion
Excuse me,
in
sorry.
there was from bullish, saying that it'll be a case of them
Oh
playing
yeah,
in the low block. Um, I'm trying to remember exactly in that Southampton game that we played at their park. Did was it primary? I don't think that they played that much of. I mean, they did have a somewhat of a low block, but it wasn't like they just simply sat back and allow for us to have the majority of possession. They tried to attack us somewhat in that, I believe, right? I'm talking about
Yeah,
it's the FA Cup game, I think, or League Cup game. It was a cup game, remember?
yeah, they had that guy that came up with Atkins. He was
Hmm.
like, "I'm not going to change my principles. We're going to play football."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a Vinny Company at Burnley kind of thing.
Hmm.
So mm, didn't work out too well for him.
It didn't work out that day, but it was a weird day though too. It was a lot of rain on that day. It was conditions were pretty wild on the pitch, but also we also had a heavily rotated squad in that game too. Um, but yeah, I was just seeing what else the chat was saying. Jimmy said it is down to rotation and what squad slot puts out, as he is sure there are a few tired bodies after the midweek game. Yeah, I agree on that. Oh, pick up Ian, by the way. Pick up Ian. Good to see you. Evening, evening. Um, and um, Dara was saying about uh, it being like rain in Phoenix. The chances of them winning or chances of them doing well, he said, it's like rain in Phoenix, very unlikely. But yeah, it did rain last night and is raining currently, so I wouldn't go that far. Slot might go strong to get the rhythm back before PSG. That could be a case. I could see he could go strong and try to get some rhythm in some of these players. Um, not go strong in the sense of a full 90, getting the players that need the rest a full 90. But it is going to be a question as to what lineup he does put out there. And yesterday Norm suggested something about this being the biggest game of the season. And at the time I was saying, no, I didn't agree, or I didn't necessarily agree from his perspective, from my perspective, I should say, because I thought that, you know, one, the PSG game coming up will be the biggest game, will be the biggest game of the season for that moment. There can definitely be other big games, obviously, that can surmount that. But um, I didn't agree, but he wasn't alone. There were other reporters out there saying that this is the biggest game of the season. And I was wondering why they would be saying that. It was very interesting to hear people say that. I get the whole, like, how many times we hear Hendo say, "Oh, this is the only game that's important for us is the next game on the books, or on the schedule." We get that conversation all the time, and we understand that uh, that template style uh, answer for those big questions that reporters put out there. But I'll ask this question again, and I'll ask the chat too. Is this the biggest game of the season for you? And I'll ask Brian that question as well. Is this the biggest game of the season for you?
No, I think there can be the language is like it's just one of those old stock phrases of football is the most important game is always the next one. That's
Yeah.
just the sort of it. Rather,
Right.
but if someone says this is the biggest game of the season, that's different.
Hmm.
I wouldn't say why. I just it's kind of one of the final steps to getting this title sewn up.
Hmm.
Um, but at 3 o'clock, or well, at 5 to 3 tomorrow afternoon, it's going to be the most important game to be played. But no, not the biggest game. No, not. They might be trying to hype it up a bit, but I think keep it low key. But the importance is still high.
Hmm.
Because you just oh, that get like if we got bet 2-0, nobody's saying, "Oh, sure, it doesn't matter. It wasn't an important game."
Right.
But no, not the biggest game of the season. No, no. That's hopefully the biggest game of the season is yet to come.
Right. Right. I agree on that one. Um, yeah, it was interesting. I could see sometimes some parts and points of what people were saying. It's just I just when I was watching some of the other when I was watching some of the other, previews or this, or not even previews, when the press conferences came up, some of the other journalists now have their own, like, separate live streams or the likes. And it was very interesting to see someone that I do like. He's a journalist. He's on the, trying to think of what is the name of his actual publication. I want to say he's for the Echo. I think he works for the Echo, but he made a mention of something about it, or at least his thumbnail was exactly that. Let me see if I can find it real quick, and I can tell you what exactly his thumbnail was that made me think of it. He says, his thumbnail. This is he's on the Anfield Wrap, and his thumbnail was Southampton is the biggest game of the week. And that's why I was like, oh, okay.
Of the week.
Yeah. Of the week, I guess. Yeah. Okay. But all the same, is it the biggest game I wouldn't have put it as the biggest game of the week either, though.
Yeah, Arsenal Man United is a pretty big game.
Yeah. That's a very big game. That could determine if Arsenal stay. I mean, if we get this win or not, that's one thing. If we don't, we're still leading. But if Arsenal lose to Manchester United, that could be just an absolute, pitfall for them. Absolute pitfall. So, and I currently think the same way Bullish is talking about. I think, PSG is the most important game of the season, if not, or not of the season, but certainly it'll change every week. If we get past PSG, whatever opponent we have next week in Champions League will be, most likely one of the biggest games of the season. And it does continue to get pushed to that next week for every week that goes on. But again, that's just my perspective, at least. Let's see. The game of the season, I would just say, or maybe of the week is different. Okay. Even of the week. I mean, but still, of the week, I don't think it's the biggest game of the week, to be honest with you. I honestly don't. I know that we have a bunch going on this week with other teams, but exactly that. I just don't think it's the biggest game of the week. But it's interesting. It was interesting. When I saw another journalist write it that way, I was like, oh, okay. Maybe other people look at it this way. So, anyways, it's certainly the biggest. Well, it's the only game at Anfield. So yeah, I guess you could say it that way too. Let's just get you into who's in, who's out, basically, for this competition that we have coming up. City Forest is this weekend too. Is this Bullish? I was just about to pull that up for us, actually. I'm about to let me pull this up real quick. Pull up the actual games for the week so we have Forest and City. That's a very big game. Very big game, considering that Forest needs to. This is a game that Forest wants to get a victory so that they can hold on to top four. It's a game that City wants to win because City needs to, obviously solidify, hang on to top four. Let's see. Brighton Fulham. I don't know about that game being that big, but I mean, I guess Brighton does arguably have an opportunity, as well as Fulham, to possibly get into Europe. Crystal Palace Ipswich, not a big game. Brentford, the Brentford Villa game is big. I think that's a big game. Everton Wolves. Chelsea Leicester is not a big game. Spurs Bournemouth, decent game. I think that Arsenal Man U game is pretty big, and Newcastle West Ham is pretty big too. Newcastle needs to get back into their winning ways. I don't know. It's just I guess it's perspective. It's perspective, but so Big up, Lee. I can hear you getting settled in there. You all right? Oh, nope. I'll just put his mic on mic on mute until he gets ready. So now let's get into this now before we predict the. I'm not going to call it a massacre because that's just being disrespectful. Let's check in on team news. For our Reds, Cody Hackbo still remains a doubt. Obviously, Tyler Morton is most likely going to be on the shelf for the majority, if not the entire season. Joe Gomez should be getting a return to the lineup at some point, hopefully soon. Connor Bradley is on the mend as well. They're definitely out. So Tyler, Joe, and Connor are all definitely out. Arnie Slot won't be on the touchline as well. That he's serving his last domestic suspension from the red card that he received from Michael Oliver. On the flip side, Southampton are unfortunate for them, medical disaster. James Bree, Walker Peters, Lelana, Bednarik, Stewart, Larios, I think his name, how to pronounce it, Ryan Fraser, all have some type of injury or some type of issue. If that injury list gets any longer, they might have to call up fans from the way end to get in, to get on the pitch for them. Which is I'm not laughing at. I shouldn't laugh at their unfortunate situation. We've been there before ourselves. So with a PSG second leg coming up, how much should Slot rotate? I saw some answers being thrown in there from the chat. I see, like, for instance, Bullish just put in Endo should start in his opinion. The game's not a big game, but it was really important to win, though. Absolutely, Philip. Tell me tell me your answer to that question in the chat. But also, please do tell me your answer that we have Lee joining us as well right now. So, Lee, if you could tell me your answer to that. How much should Slot rotate? How much should he rotate? If he should rotate at all?
Well, if I was him, the only thing that rotates is the only way it rotates is if somebody is really feeling the strain and needs to be rested against Southampton.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the international break coming up, so that'll take a little bit of the strain off. I mean, the players still have to go away and play for the national side, but I think there's only a couple of games in that fortnight, isn't there? Rather than like 4, who could be rested? Possibly Gravenberch then, maybe. With him playing an awful lot of football this season. Don't see anyone being rested really in the forward line because I don't think they need it. Jota certainly doesn't because he's on the comeback trail. Mo's a machine. And it just remains to be seen if Cody's available, doesn't it? To come back in on the left for Diaz. But if he isn't available, then I expect Diaz to play. And I don't really think he'll make much rotation. There'll be much rotation in the Southampton game. Okay. A lot of us would maybe like it. I'm not that bothered about this one about the rotation because I think it's still, it's a game we've got to go out and win. We just had a bit of a chase, and haven't we? Even though we won the game in Paris, so we'll be looking for a good performance and that. I really don't know what he's going to do rotation-wise.
Okay.
For me, I wouldn't change much for this game. Even though it's like the bottom team at home, I wouldn't change an awful lot.
Okay. How about for you, Brian?
Yeah, it is. It's Arne Slot, so he's been dropping hints on both sides of the border, if you know what I mean. he's been making eyes on either way. I still think it'll be minimal. I think I think Simicast and Jones might get games. I think Simeon for Robbo is a real easy one to do. And I think he probably will. He's done that a lot. It seems to be one that he does without much kind of fear or trepidation. And then maybe a Jones for a Dom, maybe. But again, I really don't think that it's going to be mastered. I'd love to see Endo get a start. That would be
Oh,
great,
wow.
But I don't think he will. I just don't think he will start him because he never starts him. Same with Elliot. What does history suggest? He never starts these guys. So I'm not going to go predict it. Like I think we might get onto it, but he's made a point today in the press conference, which is something I've been trying to say all season about what our fans view how our fans view what he's doing and what he's actually doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a disconnect between what people think he's doing and what he's actually doing because they're ignoring the fact that this isn't his team and it's not his squad and it's not the way he's wanted. So I think there will be that core group of maybe 9 stay around the same. But a Simicast, and then like if Dominic Szoboszlai is flagged up as being close, having run up, then get Jones in. But not much disruption. And with Lee, start Jota again, start Mo again. And if Gakpo is still on the mend, then it's Diaz's shot again. There'll be no Chiesa on the left. There'll be no Endo, Elliot, Chiesa, Nunes, mass rotation, huge changes. I don't think you'll see it like that at all. So I think, to me, I would do Simi at left back. And if Dominic is a bit tired, I put in Jones in his role and leave the rest of it. Leave the rest of it the same.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I think it'd be minimal. The rotation, I think it'd be minimal.
Minimal rotation. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I would say.
Well, I'll tell you one player that won't be starting, and that will be Cody Hackbo, most likely. Who, in his absence, do we think can step up to fill his not only his goal contribution, but just in general his minutes, the type of impact that he brings to the game. Who can we rely on possibly for Cody's absence? I mean, we've seen as Bullish is saying he thinks Slot will start Dom, Grav, and Maka, for instance, and sub them out when we have a lead. I get that. But, there could be – you could argue, oh, well, maybe he mixes it up completely and he could start Dom on the left, or he even starts Curtis Jones on the left. And, and he could in essence put Lucho in the middle again. Or maybe he doesn't – maybe he goes with this lineup that we thought he was going to do originally, which was that 4-2-2 lineup. Or, what is it that you think that we could do to supplement our Cody not being our agent Cody not being involved in the mix-up? By the way, I like. Sorry, I just saw the latte join the group. Big up.
Big up, 12.
Big up.
Irishman, Lee, big up. And big up the chat. And anyone new followers, man, just I want to start this show. Get your likes, share and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend, man. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's get it up. Let's bless this channel, man.
Yeah, or High Lord. Absolute spot on. Looking at rotation. Why not start Chiesa in this game? Why not try give Chiesa a start? So is that too much? Is that too wild of a mix-up for us?
Starting him might be, but giving him a half perhaps might be an option if Gakpo isn't fit and he wanted to rest either Salah or I mean it'd probably be Diaz because Mo really needs resting. Mo's just like that prime athlete, isn't he?
Right.
I don't know. With the international break coming up, as I said, the international teams usually play 2 games. They're away for a fortnight and play twice. So that's a little bit less for the players in terms of actually being, on the pitch in a game. Obviously, be training and all that, won't they, when they're away? But I don't know who needs resting at the moment. It's going to be up to Slot, isn't it, to judge if any of them need resting, if any of them are reaching, the boiling point or whatever you want to call it, the red line and that. Right. We used to talk about with the players, fitness, the tiredness, their energy and that. Like, so it's up to him, isn't it? I think maybe, out of all of them, maybe like you said, Tsimikas in for Robbo, and an outside chance maybe of Jones starting in place of one of the 3. Which one I don't know in midfield. Like, but you know what I'm saying? It could be any of them. Possibly he could decide to take out of the starting lineup.
I get you, Bullish. I'm just playing with you, by the way. Just playing with you. Yeah, I get more feedback here. What I was going to say is I definitely. Oops, still getting a little feedback in someone's mic. Yeah, I don't necessarily expect Chiesa to hold on. I don't necessarily expect Chiesa to get starting time or getting a start in this one, but I do expect him to get some type of minutes, maybe. Something similar to what Bernie just suggested, seeing maybe at least 20 minutes out of Chiesa. I wouldn't mind seeing it in a situation where it's not in garbage minutes. We're not even at garbage minutes, meaning like it's already 4-0 or it's 5-0 or something like that. Good quality minutes where he has to actually put in some work and actually get a quality run in. But
yeah, Lee, you have us on in the background, mate. That's why I muted you. You have it on in the background somewhere. So can you just mute your other devices and then I'll unmute you again?
Yeah, it's getting a little bit. I can hear myself.
That's on Lee's.
I'm unsure how this is happening. I'm gonna.
Okay, no worries.
Just leave and come back and turn off everything.
There's no other windows open, and I haven't got my phone's turned off while it's powering up.
Weird.
And,
it stops when
I'll jump in and jump back. I'll jump out.
Yeah, exactly. Just leave and come back.
Okay.
He jumped out, all right.
Yeah, he definitely jumped out. He did. Jeez, he was like fell back and just left. All right. Hit the eject button.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Pull Steve ahead. Yeah.
We'll be back.
We'll stuff. You're crazy. But there you go.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, if not Chiesa, then who? What is that front lineup then? What is that front line? We'll get into lineup predictions, of course. But if not Chiesa, then who then would you put in as a front line on that left side? Is it definitively Lucho? And if it's Lucho in the left, who do you go with in the middle? We all know Salah is going to start on the right, so we can move past that. But those two basically variables that have to be figured out. Who do you start? Elliot's a shout. I don't necessarily know if I would put him on the left side, to be honest with you, but it could be a shout. Big up, Michael. Awesome. Big up. Hope you're well, brother.
Yeah, I think Jones and Tsimikas are the two most likely to to come into the starting lineup, aren't they? Out of the rest of the squad. In terms of changing the lineup from what we had in Paris, I think Jones and Tsimikas are the two most likely to come in if we make any changes, aren't they? I think you got that one right.
I wouldn't mind seeing this, to be honest. This isn't a bad shout. Bullish is saying Lucho, Nunez, Salah as his front three. But this isn't a bad shot. We've seen this before too. Diego on the left, Nunez in the middle. Try to get these two players dialed into form to get some type of momentum going forward. Southampton is certainly a game that you could do so. It's not like everything's on the line, or something type game. It's a game where you can go in with not necessarily a lot of pressure on your back, just going out there to try to play some good football and hopefully get something. But it would be good to see Diego get his confidence back a little bit, get back into the swing of things, and be that clinical, forward that we've come to love and expect. But Bush was saying, bring in Jones for Diaz and Elliott for Salah at half if we're up 2. As we talk here about players in rotation, I wonder if Liverpool can maintain their style of play with too much rotation, Hyler's asking. And of course, he especially thinks about Endo. Okay.
Answer there for you, Hyler. Just listen to the manager. Listen to what the manager is saying.
What else is there? I think that's all the people that chimed in about that question or portion. But seriously, we all 3-point collectors. That's what we want to be, Dara, for sure. Not personal. I don't know about that, but I mean, I get the whole not personal confidence. I get what Dara's saying. He's saying he only cares about 3 points, not personal confidence. Look, everyone's. I believe why I'm saying it in this fashion, and tell me if the panel thinks different, of course. But why I'm saying it in this fashion is because in this type of game, sure, everyone wants to win, obviously. But at the same time, if we can get some of these players that are somewhat lacking, if not, a little out of form, maybe here or there, get them the type of confidence that could pay dividends in other opportunities that we'll have later on, whether it be, against, Newcastle in the final, or maybe, another off game coming up in our prem run. It's a matter of, if we could utilize this game to get a player confidence, it could play off dividends in other ways for us. That's how I'm looking.
Yeah, certainly with Endo. I think a lot of us believe Endo could start a game in the Premier League for us. And it is the Boston club at home. I don't think he'll do it. The same as Brian, I don't think he'll plump for Endo. But I think we could. I think we could beat Southampton and bring Endo into it.
Right. And also, I mean, it also gives the opportunity to bring some of these players look, if you don't think that these guys put in some real work despite the results of or the lack of shooting results, they did put in a shift in Paris. It is only a 2-day layover from them getting on a plane, flying back to England. You know what I mean? Having 1 day to sleep in your own bed, basically, and then and then it's again back to the pitch, So rotation, proper rotation, proper rest, and the coach did mention it in the presser. By the way, this isn't like I'm just pulling this out of left field. This is something he mentioned, the fact about how, it's this year he wouldn't call it lucky, they've definitely been fortunate to not have as many injuries as other teams, but he specifically addressed how he likes to believe it's because of the way that they're rotating, right? That they're going about the proper way of maintaining these players, being in touch with the medical staff, being in touch with like the player themselves, and also trying to get some type of like no over rinsing of the player. So oh, bye Bernie.
Take
But
care, Bernie.
yeah, definitely take care. Be safe. But that's just a case of where and what I'm getting at, basically, And I think that could be an important situation for us. It's the panel.
Yeah, in a perfect world, I'd like to, for the personal, not so much confidence, because I don't think Endo lacks confidence when he comes in for 20 minutes. But in a perfect world, I would like to see him get a start. Just because of all the effort he puts in and what a pro he is and all that. And like a few other the lads, I believe, like we could win games sometimes starting them. But it isn't a perfect world in that respect. You can't just throw players in because you feel sorry for them or they've been trying hard. You know what I mean? You've got to just pick the team that you think's going to do the job. And I think he will give Southampton the respect they deserve. I'm not sure what their recent results are in terms of like loss. They had a win the other week, didn't they? If they have a couple of draws as well, I'm not quite sure what their current form is. I know they're rock bottom and that, and they're already down, but I'm not sure what the current form is. I don't think Slot will take them lightly, though. I think they'll give them the respect they deserve, and more than likely players first choice 11.
Okay. You guys have a take on that?
No, Dante, you there?
There's not much really else to say. No take, regardless of what we think. We agree to disagree. Slot is just going to do the predictable and play his first team lineup. I mean, I don't want to say my point on Chiesa. I've been saying it from a long time. There's no point, obviously. Which, and I understand everyone's point. Obviously, Dara, we spoke about it in the earlier episode. I know Brian has his feelings towards it. It just is what it is. So regardless, me wanting Chiesa to start is just no point because Slot's not going to do it. So it just is what it is.
I'm quite surprised, Nalansi, at the lack of minutes Chiesa has got in the last, 4 weeks or something. Because going back, about 4 weeks, it looked like he was bit by bit getting himself there, didn't it? And that we were going to start seeing more of him. Minutes-wise, maybe not starts, but I thought we'd see more of them minutes-wise in second halves, but it just isn't happening. And I thought it would a few weeks ago, whatever it was, I don't know, 4 or 5 weeks ago. It looked like he was really getting there and beginning to find fitness. But he's just not getting any minutes, is he? No. Not getting anything at all recently, like.
No, but
it's a concern, isn't it? It's a concern from the point of view, has he got a future here? And the amount of minutes he's getting recently seems to suggest that he might not.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, regardless, if he's he's not going to start. His Slot would not start him. I personally would start him. I think 12. You're the same. I cleanse myself, but if he doesn't get any minutes tomorrow, then it's kind of a damning verdict. And if that is the case, and he's not going to be used, then what was the point of buying him? In my opinion, and it's just a waste of a buy. In my opinion, anyway.
No. I don't think there's ever a waste of a buy. You can say the same. You can say the same. I'll just going to say real quick. Then I'll allow for you to rebuke. What was it? What was the center half that we bought? Was it Ben Davies or what was
Ben Davies? Yeah, Ben Davies. Yeah.
I mean, like you can say the same about that. Why I'm bringing it up is because you can say the same about that. Like we bought a center half that never played one minute of football for us, and then we ended up, and I say we, but obviously we didn't make the money ourselves, but they ended up making a profit on his next sale anyway. So
I mean,
that was his mind.
Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
Let Nolante
Nolante,
repeat what I just said, and then Lee, you can jump right in.
No, I was gonna hear. Sorry, Brian had something important. Go on, Brian.
No, I was
I wanna
just
hear.
he was
Okay.
you. So if you want to,
Yeah, we're just doing the back
Oh,
and forth here. Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, okay. No, it's just it's just the fact that I get it, but but it's just the fact, and I hear what you're saying, Tov. I agreed, because he was the ultimate hologram, Ben
Hologram.
Davis.
Yeah, remember
The
that?
hologram,
Yeah.
yeah, he was. I didn't even call him that. I called him the
Right,
hologram. So
we'll have to
you're
call him.
right. Yeah, has
Yeah.
some game time. He's touched the
I
football pitch,
mean,
but
Kabak got playing time in that
yeah,
game.
the back, yeah. But then
So,
Klopp soon realized that, but yeah, I mean, oh god, don't remind me. But no, when I say he's a waste of a signing, I'm saying is the fact that if you don't rate him or you're not going to use him at least, quite a bit, then you could have just. You could have just, got someone else that you rate. That is just my opinion about it. If he's not going to be, then what was the point? It's the same with Carvalho. I mean, Klopp bought him, and yeah, I know. And people could say, yeah, he's a flop. But again, if you're not going to use these players, that you just play once in the blue moon, then what's the point? We've got a profit. I mean, we made some money, but I just rather these players have a good enough chance. Not just like, oh yeah, one game and it's a stinker, and Chiesa is proven, but so that's just my opinion. I could be completely wrong. If he doesn't get any game time, then it's kind of damning for me. Come off the bench against Southampton of all teams.
It
It
did
really is
seem,
kind of damning
it
for
did
me.
seem, didn't it, that he was building his fitness up, going back to say like the Brentford game, however long ago that was. Around that time, it looked like he was building his fitness up. And would a front three of Salah, Jota, and Chiesa be that? Would we be that weakened by dropping Lucho out, say, and putting Chiesa on the left? Him and Jota could, move around in that position because he can go through the middle as well, and Jota can certainly play on the left. I mean, we could start like that, and if it wasn't working, then Lucho comes on pretty soon, doesn't he? But you've got to give the lad a chance, haven't you? I think he'd be able to do something against Southampton as well. I'd like to see him. I would like to see him get a start with Jota and Salah. Obviously, he wouldn't start for Salah. He's not going to start for Jota. But we could give Lucho a rest, couldn't we? And bring him in. I don't think we'd be that weakened, would we? Like, you know what I mean by it?
No. Like me personally, what I would do, and again, probably a lot of people disagree with this. I would personally start Chiesa over Salah against Southampton. I just think Mo on the bench. You can put him on the bench in this game. The team shouldn't be that impacted, and then if whatever, you can go him off the bench. But again, that's just my opinion. But realistically, Slot's not going to do that. He's going to play as strongest team as possible, and then he might change maybe minimum two players. And that's what I think he'll do. So yeah, that's it really.
Mm-hmm. Who are the Hi Lord?
Yeah,
Tell us who are the three players, by the way. Go ahead, Brian. I'm sorry.
right. 3 players, Liverpool, more than 3 players, 3,000 minutes on the pitch. But that'd be Mo, VVD, and Gravenberch, I'd say.
Probably that's a good shout. That's probably a good shout.
But yeah, look, I think the manager knows who's ready and who's not, who's fit. And this is what I'm talking about in his press conference that he's been talking about. The Bielsa, the Guardiola thing of wanting not to have 2, 3 guys sitting there who he knows are good enough to play. They're good enough, they're good players, but they're not going to play because everyone else is fit. They do their thing. He likes a tight squad, and he said that's what they hate. Now, Bielsa would take it to extremes. Bielsa would have a 13-man squad if he could. But Slot is hyper aware of the fact that he likes to not rotate. He likes to keep players fit. And he mentioned that. He said, we haven't been lucky. It's because of the preventative measures we do. It's because of the work we do.
Exactly.
To keep players fit. It's not about that. So, and VVD has spoken recently, Slot has spoken recently about top players needing to play every 3 games. That's how it works now. The top players have to be ready to play every 3 games.
Right.
He will like a smaller squad, a tighter squad, because he knows if you've got unhappy players sitting there, you have to tell them every week that they're not going to play. So they like to reduce that down as much as possible.
Yes.
As much as possible, and it's not about he doesn't want this guy. Like people say, does he not realize how this guy's going to feel and all that? Of course he knows more than anybody else. He deals with him every day. That's why he flagged up Endo's attitude by saying there are people out there who they know they're not going to play. He put it bluntly. He said they know they're not going to play, but they have the right attitude every day in training, and we don't see these players in training. So I think players earn this in a team in training every week. If somebody ahead of him is just as good as him, he has to wait for that break to get into it. But I think that's what you're going to see now is a smaller squad, a tighter squad, and we might have to get used to this. This is not we're not overtraining players. We're not. It may seem like we're playing them a lot, but they've got this down to a fine art now, and it's not lucky that we haven't had these injuries. It's we are able. These players are able to play every 3 days, 4 days. For a whole season, maybe not. But look, we talked last season about how important is it that Saliba and Gabriel stayed together for Arsenal in the
that's
and
what
we had a mixed match.
Yeah, sure.
They play every single game of the league. Mo has always played 32 to 35 games. Not everyone can be like that, but what he's doing works. What he's doing is correct. If some people are going to lose out, they're going to lose out, and that's what he doesn't want. He doesn't want 6 guys every week who, sorry Chiesa, sorry Endo, sorry Elliot, sorry Simcast, you're going to be on the bench, and sorry Darren, sorry whoever. He wants to have maybe 2 of those guys where they're good enough to come in. So that's what I think he's aiming towards. And I think maybe we should me anyway, that's what I'm looking at, is that we've got a manager who knows how to keep. He's famous for it in PSV, having a small squad, not rotating much, and keeping players fit.
Right.
That was something he was known for, was being able to keep a small squad together and keep them fit for a season. You need your rub of the green along the way. But yeah, I just think that it's that's his way of doing things, and he can make it work. He doesn't want 25 players to be able to pick from every week, because you can't keep them all happy. He's hyper aware of the fact that Endo isn't happy, Elliot isn't happy, Gaze isn't happy. He knows that. Elliot came out the other night and said he's frustrated and angry at not playing, but he gets it. He understands it. It doesn't mean he's going to have to live with it and stay here forever and be happy kicking his heels. People have decisions to make. So I just think it will be a leaner squad. There won't be that much rotation, and right now it's working, and I think it is sustainable.
Okay. Yeah. You feel the same way, Lee?
Yeah. The final fans have been saying that, the ones who started following us now, about his small squad, not much rotation, minimal injuries. That was one of the features of his tenure at Feyenoord, their fans said.
Yeah. Something that that was one of the reasons why apparently he was Edwards and the group were sold on him, actually being the replacement for Klopp. Actually was one of those that was one of the major features. So
yeah, when we say like the returning Edwards and the newly installed Hughes haven't done anything, like gotten us any players, they have got slot, haven't they? And that's the main thing. They might not have been able to get us any players in, but they got a slot in, didn't they, between them?
Yeah. Well, yes, just simple answers, simple questions, simple answers for sure. Yeah, it's this situation where, I don't even know what. I'm sure Salah's got some record that he's probably got on tap for this weekend. That's probably why he doesn't want to see himself being a part of the bench, much less he probably wants to get as many minutes as possible to do what he needs to do to get another record under his belt. But We're
I mean,
almost
it's
at the hour.
literally true that he is breaking records every other game this season, isn't he? But
Yeah.
every time he goes on the pitch, he's breaking a new record.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
become the norm, hasn't it, this season? His
Absolutely.
forms that outrageous.
So I'm gonna ask this. This is I'm gonna ask this of the chat and of the panel. Tell me, A, who is your starting lineup, and B, what is your score and score prediction for this upcoming match? Tell us your score and score prediction, along with who you think's going to get into this, who you actually think's going to get into this game, and what's going to be the actual outcome for you. I do have my lineup, so I'm just actually have to find them. Actually, give me one second
I
to
never.
locate them.
Whenever I predict that we get a clean, that we're going to get a clean sheet, we never do. Do it
You never
anyway.
do. So,
we get a clean sheet.
All right, definitely. Break the streak. Break this. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go for the 3 goals. 3 goals for us and none for them. I'll go for the 3-0 for us in this.
Okay. How about for you, Delante?
Oh, score wise.
Yeah, if your prediction on your lineup prediction.
Oh,
and you give
lineup.
your score.
In the lineup I wanted to do, or slots lineup, or just
You
my
can do both if you like.
person?
You can do both if you like.
Okay.
Just distinguish which is which.
Yeah. All right. So
I think we'll know. I think we'll know which is which. I don't think we'll need the titles.
Right.
Yeah. So what I would go for would be Allison, Trent, PVD, Kwanzaa, Simicast, Endo, Jones, Mac, Chiesa, Diaz, Nunes. And what I think slot will go for will be Ali, Trent, VVD, Ibu, Simicast, Endo, Endo, Mac, Sob, Salah, Diaz, and Jota.
Okay. Brian?
I'll just go what I think he'll do. Ali, VVD, Ibu, Trent, Simi, Grav, Mac, Jones, Diaz, Jota, Salah.
Okay. Kwanzaa, Kanate, Virgil, Simicast, Endo, Mac, Dom, Lucho, Nunez, and Salah is Bullish's prediction, and Ali in goal, of course.
On a 4-0. 4-0, sorry.
4-0? Oh, okay. I don't know. I think he's talking to High Lord. But okay, I'll give you my predicted lineup. I have a pretty heavily. I have with the second leg, obviously against PSG looming. Curtis Jones. I think Harvey Elliott might have just possibly played himself into maybe getting a surprise start. Darwin Nunez, again, showing the commitment to playing the right way, might get a start. Obviously, Salah's going to get that start. So the predicted 11, I'll go off the cuff and try to do something adventurous. And I would say put Ali in goal, put Trent on the right, put Kwanzaa next to him, put Virgil, put Simicast, do Jones. I want to say Endo since I've done so much, but that might be too much rotation already. But Gravenberch, Jones, Elliott, I'd go Salah, Diaz, and Nunez as being the front three. And then I also have a predicted 11. I believe I predicted 11. Yeah, predicted 11 for Southampton will be Ramsdale, Sugawara, Hardwood, Bellis, Bednarik, Bella, Kotchap, Manning, Fernandez, Ugo Chukwu, Smallbone, Sulemane, and Onachu being their 5-4-1 style situation. I do have. I want to. I feel what you're saying. By the way, Lee, when you say, you say a shutout and they end up not getting a shutout, and you feel like it's because you said it. It's the same way if I say it's going to be a blowout, it ends up being like a 1-0 or a 2-0 game or something. So I'm going to try to break the streak. I'm trying to break the streak here, and I'll go with a high fives. It's the high fives.
Okay.
And yeah. And I'm going to be looking at Salah with a brace, Darwin with the goal, Elliott if a goal, especially if he starts. And I want to say Lucho as the fifth, but we'll see. I might change it up. Come roll call.
He does seem to have a little bit of wiggle room for this game, doesn't he? He could, on the face of it, bring a few lesser used players in, but I think he'll resist the temptation to do that. I think we all think there's certain players could come in, like a lot of people think Kwanzaa could come in. Chiesa as well, Enzo, but I just don't think he'll do it. Not from the start, anyway.
Okay, yeah. All right. So I have, since we know that Lee is probably going to have the chat open anyway, would you guys want to do a pop quiz by any chance? You guys willing to do one? And we can figure out, I was going to say, maybe Lee could play as the captain of the chat, and it could be you two versus Lee in the chat.
Sure, yeah, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I turn the chat off then and don't see what they're saying or something.
No.
Oh,
You're captain
all right.
Turn it off. No, Lee. Turn it off. Turn it off.
All right, Lee. Lee, do you want to? I know Lee tends to.
No. Do the first thing. No. Don't. No, do the first thing you said. Lee is captain of the chat against me.
Lee, you'll be captain of the chat. You can keep your.
Joe.
Well, if you need to, you can rely on either go. You can go alone. You could go alone on your own, or you could use the chat as a reference. How about that? But all right, let me ask these questions.
I'll captain the chat. I'll do that thing. Nalanti and Brian, and I'll captain the chat. That's the.
Okay. All right. I don't have the chat open either, so you'll have to definitely captain the chat completely. All right. Let me get these questions up here for us. All right. Pop quiz, people. Pop quiz. All right. Who was the goal scorer in the Southampton Liverpool match at Anfield in 2013? Who was the goal scorer? It was only one goal in that game. I'll ask that to. Oh, sorry about that. I'll ask that to you to the duo, to the dynamic duo here of Brian and Alante first.
So the last time they beat us at Anfield in 2013, who was the goal scorer in the 1-0? Is that correct?
I don't know if that's the last time they beat us at Anfield, but I'm just saying, what was the state?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. What was who was the goal scorer in that game?
For Southampton, yeah.
I'll give you that.
Yeah,
that's a clue. That's a clue, at least.
Well, it was a 1-0, apparently. So
could have been Liverpool with the one. That's why I was saying that way.
Oh right, so no, but you gave it away.
And you're right. It was the. I did have it in my notes. It was the last league victory at Anfield, by the way.
Okay. Do you know it straight away? The Southampton 2013 beat us 1-0 at Anfield.
Just thinking. So that was that the 2012-2013 season? 12. Okay. So that's the season where we were all over the place.
No,
James Ward-Prowse maybe.
It was
Well,
September 21st, 2013. So it might have been 2013, 2014.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, so it's one of the. Oh, I got this. Lovren.
That would be
Okay,
correct.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah,
would be
yeah,
correct.
yeah.
Yep.
Remember that. Yeah.
Excellent.
That was good. That was
Great
really good.
memory there. Great memory, wasn't you?
I had I was the question version I was going to ask is a little bit harder, but I'll definitely let that go.
Give that one to the chat.
The one was going to be like, what was the minute? What was the
No,
minute that?
don't. Jeez, no, come on.
Yeah,
Minute
I know.
12.
I know.
Second half.
Sorry, I guess because you guys get
That's
all the answers. All the
Yeah,
time.
well, I mean, you're
Try to
going to
make
We
it
lose
don't.
me when you
We just
start
me and
for a
Brad
minute.
try. Yeah, we try. We don't, but we just try.
All right. I don't have a
What
scorebook
minute?
in front of me, so I'll have to. Let me see if I can figure out how to keep score here.
I'll keep score. We've got one.
Okay,
point.
cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. 1-0. All right. This one's for Lee and the chat. This one's for Lee in the chat. All right.
Oh, they'll get this.
All right. I'm going to give you 30 seconds to answer this one, though. Who was Liverpool's captain in the 4-4 draw against Southampton in May 2023?
Oh, that's an easy one for the chat. Very easy.
Lee, you in the chat are up. Who was Liverpool's captain in the 4-4 draw against Southampton in May 2023? If you get it wrong, I'll give the other team a chance to steal. How about that? We'll do something like that. Since we're so good at stealing, apparently.
I reckon your 30 seconds might be up now.
That might be up right about now. I know. It is about up. So what are you going to go with? What are you going to go with? Lee.
I'll let the chat decide this one.
I don't think any of the chat.
I'll just watch. I'll watch
turned the
on
chat
like
back
you
on.
know sort of.
I don't think the chat has an answer for you, so you're gonna have to go alone.
Oh, you're honest. Because you got the chat, you don't get all night.
Okay, second, I don't know. Bobby won it.
Oof. All right, chance to steal. Chance to steal.
Bro, do you know this one?
You said it was you. It's over to you.
You said it was
Okay,
easy.
Endo.
That would be also incorrect.
Huh?
It was James Milner. Henderson didn't start that game.
Yeah.
No harm, no foul. We're still 1-0. No harm, no foul.
Okay.
We're 1-0.
Good. All right.
And I did fact check that one too. I did fact check that one.
Yeah.
All right. It's still 1-0. Still 1-0.
Damn. Should have got that. No problem. Right.
Could have been an easy lead.
Okay.
It's like it seems like it's kind of like us and it's like us
Could
in
have been
this
a
year.
2, bro. Apologies.
It's like Liverpool in our pursuit this year. It's like we can't push the lead ahead. But all right. I'll ask this question. Which ex-Liverpool player scored against us for Southampton in the 2015-2016 season?
So which ex-Liverpool player scored against us for Southampton?
Mm-hmm.
In 15-16.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not to you, Lee. This is
don't answer. Don't answer.
In the head,
yeah. Just turn off.
Keep it in your head in case you want.
Mute your inside voice, Lee.
I was talking out loud to get the question right to myself. I wasn't giving you the answers. Like
Brian, you know the guy?
Okay, so which Liverpool player, ex-Liverpool player, scored against us for Southampton?
You know the player, Brian.
Don't tell me I know the player. Then you make me nervous and my brain jumps. If you know the player, answer the question.
Oh no, I'm asking you. Do you know it?
I need to think for a second.
Okay.
All right. I'll give you a little, not 30 seconds, but I'll give you an extra 30 seconds.
Oh, well, if it's on a timer, do you know it?
I believe so, because I thought I got the last one and I got that wrong. Do you want me to just answer it?
Yeah, you go with what you think.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Okay, Mane.
That would be correct.
Oh, I thought you. I was thinking like a player that had played for us before. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I was thinking he was an
No.
ex-Liverpool player who went. I mean, he played for us before he played for Southampton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Okay.
Yeah, I get what the
Technically-
question what Top said. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Right.
because
Cool.
it's just
No,
before he left. Yeah, I remember the
Okay.
game.
Right.
3-2, they beat us.
Yeah,
3-2.
yeah, Mane's got for them, didn't he?
Okay.
Yeah.
That's 2-0 to us
Yeah.
then. 2-0 to us.
Yeah. All right. All right. Let me think. All right. So, can you name? This is for the chat. Enley, can you name the 2 goal scorers from Liverpool's 3-0 win at Southampton in the 2013-2014 title race match?
Oh, 2 goal scorers. Okay.
Excuse me.
Just repeat that for us. Who was our... Say it again.
Name the 2 goal scorers from Liverpool's 3-0 win at Southampton in the 2013-2014 match.
Okay. Coutinho.
Oh, you're just going out on your own. All right.
Yeah, I'll go Coutinho and
You can look to the chat, man.
You can look at the chat. I'm telling you, you can look at the chat. The chat has
with you.
They're playing with you. Yeah, they're playing along with you. They haven't said anyone's name just yet, but
it's too early for Mane,
is
isn't it? It's not Mane, it's too early for them. I'm saying Coutinho is one of them if it was 13, 14. And Sturridge. Coutinho and Sturridge.
Coutinho, Sturridge, and who else? Or is that it?
Well, you said 2,
said
didn't you?
2 goal scorers.
Yeah. Just name 2 of the goal scorers. That's all I'm saying. There might be 3.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go for Coutinho and Sturridge.
Okay. Probably should have went with the chat, but okay, cool. That would be incorrect. Your chance
So
to
we
steal.
can steal for 3-0.
Yeah.
So it wasn't either of Coutinho or Sturridge didn't score.
Well, I'm just saying you're incorrect. I'm not going to give away who you got right or who you got wrong. I mean, that'll help. That helps. Yeah, that'll help them out. But if you look at the chat has the names.
Okay, that's Suarez and Gerrard.
Actually, oh my God.
This one.
You're giving them the answers, Lee. You just gave them the answer.
Yeah, okay, so my guess is Suarez and Gerrard.
Yeah.
3-0. Thanks, Lee.
Oh, Lee. Come on.
Lee, you know what, Lee? You need to use the chat more, man. Speak to the chat more. That's what you need to do first before answering. You know.
Lee.
Oh
Lee,
my God.
Lee is no KJ or Bernie, but it's all good.
Yeah,
It's all
where's
good.
KJ and Birdie when you need?
It's still love. It's still lovely. It's still love.
Yeah.
We're taking the point, though, right?
Yeah.
Well done,
right?
Brian. Well done,
Suarez and
Brian.
Gerrard.
Yeah.
3-0. Thank you.
You should get half a point for that one. Jeez.
That was own goal. I mean, if it's an
I was
own
an
goal,
OG.
can't score.
That was an
We're
Yeah, you
getting
get
the only
half of
2
it.
scorers then in a 3-goal win. Is that what happened? We scored 3 and they got 1 goal.
No, there
what
was
happened
three-
was
there was
you got
three.
it wrong, and it was handed over to me in Delante, and while we were thinking about it, you just blurted out the answers. So that's what happened.
Yeah.
No,
but then you,
Oh,
goal
well done,
scorer.
Brian. Well done, Brian. Great
there
thinking
were-
there, Brian.
I'll give you this. I'll give you this, Lee. There were 3 goal scorers in that game.
So 2 out of the
Okay.
3.
I just asked for 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Right. I didn't ask for all 3. I just asked for 2 out
Who
of
was
3.
the third one?
So it was Suarez, Sterling, and Stevie G.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Those were 4-0.
There you
Over for us to go 4-0 potentially, or
Yeah.
well, maybe no, Nante's doing all the work up front here.
Yeah.
Brian, a nice little assist there. Tapping a rush goal there from Brian.
I just
Yeah, that was
pointed
a
out the own
tackle.
goal. I was like, we're going to tap that in, right? We're going to tap
Yeah.
that in, right?
Yeah,
Then play. We're going to tap it in, right?
doesn't matter, bro. 50 yards or 5 yards.
Play to the
That was a
whistle.
goal.
Play to the whistle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
All right. Is it you're up this time? 'Cause you
Yeah,
guys just tried to
it's
steal
us.
that one.
It's me and
Yeah.
Delante, yeah.
All right. Let me get the next question up ready for you guys.
I used to love doing assists when we played headers and volleys and headers. You used to paint a goal on a wall, and someone would stay on, be out wide, putting crosses in for people to either header or volley past the keeper. Always love getting an assist, mate. I preferred that than being in the middle to score. I like doing crosses.
Okay. So, which Liverpool player missed a penalty against Southampton in 2017? And what was the final score?
Oh, what was my score? Okay. 2017.
I remember this. Brian. It was James Milner, and the final score was 0-0.
I was going to say Millie, yeah. I wouldn't have known the final score, though.
That would be correct.
Because it was just before. That was when Millie was still taking pens, so I would have guessed Millie, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
Fair play, man. I would not know the final score.
Yeah, just funny. I remember that.
That's 4-0. That's 4-0.
May 2000. This is turning out to be much like a Liverpool Southampton game. But in May 2017, Liverpool were held to a 0-0 draw at Anfield, and James Milner had a rare penalty saved by. I'll ask this one of the chat. Try to give him a layup.
Didn't miss
Who
much.
was the goalkeeper that made the save?
Who are you asking the question to?
I'm to you.
You in the chat.
Arthur Boric or Arthur Boric.
Who was who the goalkeeper was, you think?
Yeah.
BORUC.
Yeah, you don't even it's almost like you don't even want to ask the chat right away. Because the chat got it. Yeah. I should have made the chat play on their own. All right. It was Forrester.
No way.
Fraser Foster. Or Forrester. Forrester.
Forster.
I think
it's actually pronounced Foster. Yeah, Foster. I heard him say it. The one R is silent, so it's actually just pronounced Foster as well.
Foster. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
All right.
4-0.
4-0 still. All right. So let's see.
No, Lee, use the chat. Just use the chat. They're knowledgeable. Trust me.
Yeah.
Use the chat.
Right.
Just ask them for to give, if you're not sure.
That's what they're there for, man. You're playing with the chat. You should have the advantage.
Yeah, exactly. Me and Brian should be lagging behind.
Okay.
We're just guessing at the moment.
I have one. All right. All right. Question. Is this one's for the chat and Lee, right?
For me and Atlanta.
Or is for you? Okay. Who assisted Mohamed Salah's first ever goal for Southampton?
Oh.
Salah's first goal for Southampton.
Versus Southampton.
So that's 27. I remember that we won that game. I remember that. I think we won that 3-0.
Bobby.
Oh no, 3-0. Oh, do you remember it, bro?
Of course I don't remember. I'm just trying to figure out who was there.
All right. Yeah, Robert was there, but he might not have been. That's before he was a first team regular, so he might have played. I remember the game. I remember one of the goals he scored. It was a cracking goal as well.
So it's Mo's first ever goal against Southampton.
Yeah, 2017-28 is a 3-0 win. It's a 3-0 win.
I go with Bobby.
Yeah, I might be. Yeah, I'm happy with that, bro. You might as well go with that. We might be wrong, but yeah, I'm happy with you
Bobby
to
or
go with that.
Mane? Bobby or Mane?
Go. You know what? Go with. You know, what, bro. Go with Bobby. If it's up to you on this one. Thinking, yeah, or yeah, or was it Mourinho? Yeah, if you want,
Switch
bro,
from the
you can go.
left. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Robert to start switch from the left.
yeah. I'm not sure Robert was playing that
Okay.
game.
I'm gonna need an answer.
And maybe it's Moreno then. With the
Could
did he
be. I'm
make that?
thinking, or
No.
Bobby. Yeah, go.
You're
You
on
know what? Go.
Bobby?
Go Bobby. Yeah, we go Bobby. Okay, go Bobby.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
All right. Chat, get ready to steal because that is incorrect. That is
Sorry, man.
incorrect.
No, that's fine. It's all right. I'm thinking in my head, yeah, because I remember, but I just can't remember who.
Who assisted Mohamed Salah's first ever goal versus Southampton? Who assisted Mohamed Salah, the Egyptian King's first ever goal versus Southampton, versus the Saints? What is your answer, Lee?
Could you just repeat the question?
Okay. Who assisted Mohamed Salah's first ever goal versus Southampton?
Firmino.
Okay. Try again. So,
Lee, ask the chat. See,
Ask
use
the
the chat and see. Yeah, see which one you want to go with.
They just answered Bobby Firmino.
Yeah, just wait, see how many different people say.
I know. You got two different answers. Come on, bro. You can do it. You can do it. Which one do you want to go with? You got two answers in the chat. It's either Coutinho or Ginny.
Or you could go Carrius.
Yeah, gonna wait.
Long ball out from the back.
No.
Yeah.
Just pick one. Just pick one.
Yeah.
Karius was very good at that, Nanate, wasn't he? Creating chances.
Indeed, right. Honestly,
Yes.
what of a left foot, I say.
Felipe Coutinho, I'll go with that. Man.
You're gonna go with Coutinho.
Bullshit. They're bullish. Bullish.
Oh man, bullish.
Guys.
You should have went with Dara because it is Ginny that
got
his first ever assist against Southampton. Now, Bullish is right that Coutinho did get an assist in that game, but he got the second. He got his second goal, the assist for his second goal in that game.
He said can't catch a break today.
Can't catch a break.
Still 4-0. Still 4-0.
Still
hasn't changed.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is for the chat anyway, I think, right? I'll ask how many goals has Salah scored against Southampton in his Premier League career? How many goals has Mohamed Salah scored against Southampton?
Don't forget, Lee, you can use the chat. This is you in the chat.
Yeah.
It's your question, isn't it, this time?
No, this is your question.
No. You were stealing. The last one, yeah, it was a steal from us. We got it wrong, so you were giving it to steal. So that's why you answered the last question. It was our question, but you got it wrong. So this is your question.
Okay.
No, you're good.
So what was it?
How many goals has Salah scored against Southampton in his Premier League career?
Just in the Premier League. Okay.
Don't forget those 350 goals he scored for Chelsea. He could have scored a few that was on as well, you know.
How many seasons does Mo have now? 17-18 was his first, wasn't it? So I'll say he scored 16.
There's a lot of different guesses in the chat too, by the way. So it's not bad to have gotten this one wrong. Bullish had 12, 13. He said he would go with 12. Philip thinks 35. Golly. It's a scoring party. All right.
It's not Dara went with
Dara went with 7. Okay. Okay.
So do we get?
But the answer that Lee put, I'm not saying if any of those are right or wrong, but the answer that Lee went with was incorrect.
So we got steal. No, I'm thinking 8. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking just double figures, bro. I'm just calculating. Yeah, I think so.
Southampton. How many?
Just about. Because we're including this season.
2.
Yeah. He scored quite a few.
Would it be as much as 10 then?
This is his 8th season, isn't it, in the Premier League?
Yeah, I think he has. Yeah, he's got to be double figures.
Please don't help him though. Don't help him.
Oh, why not? I'm getting into the spirit of things with the lads. I'm trying to think about Mo's greatness and that.
Oh my goodness.
In 7 seasons.
You're playing for the team.
You're playing for the other team though.
Yeah.
Now.
So what I'm just thinking. Hold on, bro. What did they say? The answer the chat gave. I'm just saying. What did the answer?
He gave 16. He gave
16.
Yeah.
It's less than that. It's less than 16. It's definitely. Yeah, he's definitely lesser than 16. I'm thinking, he's definitely haven't got 16. But
no, man. But I'm thinking, how many of those seasons were Southampton in the Premier League? Not last year.
Yeah, because some of them they weren't. Yeah, I think some of the years they weren't in.
Oh yeah, hold on. What? No, Southampton. Oh yeah, they weren't in they went in the win last season. You're right.
This I'm thinking, man. I'm thinking 8.
That's a good 8. I'm thinking. Oh yeah, I think you're right.
Scored a hat trick against Southampton. Can you remember Mo ever scoring a hat trick against Southampton?
No, he scored doubles, but no, I don't remember. He hasn't scored a hat trick.
He got a double in his first game. We know that much from the previous question.
He scored twice, 2018, 2019. He scored 1 goal each, the away game and the home game. I remember that. 6, 2022, 2023, didn't score. Oh, you might be right, actually. Let's think about it. I'm thinking 8 till 10. But thinking between that 8 to 10. You know what, Brian? I'm thinking 10, but if you want to go 8, I'm happy to go with that. If you want to go with that.
Go
8. Okay. 8 would be so close, but we're not playing horseshoes. It is 9.
So I was going to say you said 10, I said 8. Let's go 9.
Yeah. I thought you were going to do that. I was going to do one of those like you say 10, I say 8. Let's go 9.
I was thinking 8 to 10. Yeah. We nearly there. Oh, yeah, we nearly there. We were right.
Anyway, it was a steal. It wasn't.
Yeah,
it was a steal.
Yeah. we had the right way.
All right. Here's your next question. This one's for you and Brian.
What was the answer? What was the answer for Mo? The
9.
My question. Who was the manager of Southampton the last time they kept a clean sheet at Anfield?
Oh, crap.
Oh, at Anfield. Oh. I was thinking the St. Mary's and I would have had the answer, but no. Oh, jeez. Oh.
Pochettino?
No. Would it be? I think it might be... No, who's the man... 2015. Who was the manager?
Well, is that the Milner game?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Milner
thinking.
penalty miss game?
Yeah.
Is that at Anfield?
That was at Anfield. Yeah.
So that's that game then, I reckon.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah, I
I
don't.
reckon it's 2015.
Pochettino, what year did he be Southampton manager? It's either him or there's another guy called Nigel Atkins.
Nigel Atkins that's the guy I was thinking. There's Nigel Atkins was either, I think Pochettino replaced Nigel Atkins
Yeah.
in and around that little area of time.
Yeah. I'm just trying to
Do you want
think
to
after.
go?
I'm just trying to think, bro. After 2015, I don't think Southampton we beaten them or draw. Yeah, we scored. I'm just trying to think. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah. Yeah, it has to be. Yeah, it's either. Yeah, you're right. I think Poch was just off. Hold
Who
on,
was-
2016, 2017. You know what, Brian? Go Pochettino. It's one of the
What's your
two.
answer?
Okay, we're going Pochettino.
Pochettino would be incorrect. Chance for you to steal before you get the first point on the board, Lee, and the chat. Who was
See what the chat comes
Who
up.
was the manager of Southampton the last time they kept a clean sheet at Anfield? Who was the manager the last time they kept a clean sheet at Anfield? Looking for maybe some help. Maybe Dara might know this one. Bullish, maybe. Philip is offering an answer out there.
Nigel Atkins, that was ages ago, wasn't it? But they haven't kept many clean sheets at Anfield. Southampton's not a thing to do very often.
Well, they did just give you they did just give you a hint too, by the way. They just spoke it out I'm just saying they literally just, spoke out the answer. Or not answer, but the game at least that is in reference to.
Yeah, and he was the I should have said
It was
the
a
other
coin
way.
flip, man. It was a coin flip. I know, man. We're not making good choices on our coin flips.
Yeah, should have said it the other way.
The less likelier.
Yeah.
Lee, I'm going to ask you for an answer.
I'll go with
Wait, before you do though, please do consult with your chat and then give your answer.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Claude Puel. Dara's put in.
That would be correct. That's your first point. There you go.
There
you go.
Oh, thanks, Dara, mate.
There you go.
Claude Puel.
Yes, he was in charge.
What year was that?
They were buried. 2000. Hold on, I'll double check here. 2016, November 2016.
Oh, okay.
2016.
It was the 2016-2017 match, but yeah.
God, he went there.
Yeah.
Oh, he was there.
So you got your point. Yeah, you got on the board, guys. Good. Well done.
Sure. We have a mark on the board now.
Well done. Wow. All right, I'll give you. You only got. All right, I'll try to make this one a difficult one, and you can wager up as many points as you want, as many points as you have to wager on this one, if you like. You got to wager at least 1 point, obviously, but you see how many you can do. All right. Get another question here for you. I think. I'm sure it's a good one for you. Give me 1 second. I'm thinking of a good one here for you because I actually have one, but I want to make it a difficult one, like a Final Jeopardy style question.
This for the chat, by the way.
Yeah. This one's for the chat. Southampton beat Liverpool 1-0 in January 2021. Who scored the only goal?
I see. I remember this.
Yeah, I think I remember this quite well. It was.
Do you want definitely consult the chat?
Yeah, I remember the goal.
I guess you can only raise up. You can only put up.
Yeah, the result as well was a big deal.
Yeah, but how many points are they How many
They
points
can
are
only
they
put up.
getting?
They only have 1 point, so they got to put it. They're putting up 1 point. So yeah. So you got to put up the 1 point that you have. There you go.
I don't know. I would allow them to go into debt if they want.
Oh, you're allowed them to go. Oh, well then, wow, that's bold. How many points you want to put up? You can go into the negative then. Apparently,
They can put
they're
up
up.
one.
They're up for.
I mean, they can go up. They can go 2 if they want. They can't go like 10 or something.
Okay.
Just to do
All
it.
right. All right. All right. So you can go as you can go. You can put up. This is for. This what for 2 points then? This for 2 points.
I don't know. It's up to them. To them. Or no. Make it fair. Just they can gamble what they have, and that's it. They can gamble their 1 point.
What is your answer? Southampton beat Liverpool 1-0 in January 2021, but who scored the only goal?
Danny Ings.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, it was Ralph Hasenhutl's only ever victory over his first victory over Klopp, and he was made up.
Oh,
He said
look
like
at
sank
that.
to his knees and that, didn't he? He was so made up. It was
He
nice
did
for
not
him
need
actually,
to-
although we got beat. I was quite pleased for him because he got a real kick out of it, didn't he, Hasenhutl?
Lee did not need the chat on that one because that would be correct.
Lee,
Danny Ings.
you there, Lee?
Yeah,
To
yeah.
Lee.
Yeah.
I'll give you an extra point if you can tell me what Hasenhutl means. It has a direct English translation.
Yeah, isn't it like rabbit touch?
Yeah, there you go. Rabbit Hutch. You can have another point.
Wow.
Excellent.
Giving away their points. So now I guess now
Right, we're too generous today. What's going on?
yeah.
Yeah, it's 4-3. It's 4-3. Come
Yeah.
on, man. We can. There's only one question left.
4-3.
Like, that was the last one.
So now it's
Yeah,
4.
nice reaction at the
Yeah.
end. Yeah.
So now you
Yeah,
have
that was
the
the
chat
last
has
question.
4 points.
Even though we got
No,
beat,
they have 3.
Oh, I thought you were giving it. I thought you were offering up your point to him for that extra
No.
point. Yeah, you can't
No, it's
offer
4-3.
money
But
out the
that
bank.
was the last question, right?
Well,
There's only one question left, so we can either win 4-3 or 5-3. I thought these were last 2 questions. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not.
They are.
It's the last question. So it's either a 4-3 or 5-3. Don't worry. Be nice to
okay,
me.
cool.
Okay. I don't know if I want to answer that question because I'm sure it'll be pain in the butt. All right. Let me get this question raised up for you. Give me 1 second. One second. All right. This one is pick a year. So from any year.
1972. I win.
1972. All right, there you go.
No, I was joking.
No, you made it. You made
No,
it
you
happen.
said pick a year, so I was saying.
Yeah,
I win
1972. I know.
Bro, that's it. Thanks, bro. That's it.
There you go.
Let's end the stream.
No,
End the show.
I didn't. No, I didn't consult with my partner, so it's null and void.
It's all right.
Yeah.
The smile of the face,
Yeah,
Brian says 12. We win. End the stream. We're done.
1970
Good night.
in 1972.
No.
Liverpool won 1-0 at the Dell. Who was the goal scorer and who was the goal assister in that game?
Oh, come on, dude. Goal assist. No, come on. Let Nolante have his.
Nolante, you can take a shot at this if you want. There.
No, he didn't agree to 1972. I was joking when I said 1970. You said name a year, so I named a year.
Exactly. Yeah.
Come on, Nolante didn't get an input. That's not fair.
That's not fair. I got you.
It's all right.
Nolante, you didn't get.
You probably would have gotten this one right if you'd gone 1972. Actually,
And the assister.
She said no. I'm not.
I dropped this sister in there because the cis person actually you would have known. You would have gotten it right too, probably. That's all good. I'll ask name a year. Drop a year. What year is it?
What year were you born in that thing?
No, I'm not giving that away. No, I'm not giving that away. Oh, no. We'll be getting that anytime soon.
We'll go with the year I was born, 1998.
That is Philip. That's really close, by the way.
Oh, great.
Philip almost
1998.
No.
Yeah. 1998. You want to go? Is that what you're saying?
Do you want to do 98, Alate? So I can get 98.
Yeah, you know what, man? 98 brings good memories for me. Let's go
Cool.
98 World Cup
98.
France.
Okay.
Great World Cup that year. You know? Arsenal unfortunately done the double that year.
Let me see if 1998 qualifies. It does qualify. All right.
And my previous guess would have been Hunting Highway.
Yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah, Keegan was I just saw Phillips one. Yeah, Keegan was not.
What are you doing in the chat? What are you doing in the chat?
No,
just giving away
the
what he's in the
question.
chat.
No, not the question. He hasn't answered it. No, I'm just saying for the previous answer, 1972. That's all.
Keep it on me. Okay. 1998.
1998. Southampton actually beat us 3-2 at Anfield.
Oh, okay.
There were 4 goal scorers in a 3-2 loss to Southampton. Who were the goal scorers in the game?
1998.
Oh, you didn't tell me how many points you're putting up to, by the way. But you got to at least put up 1 point. You got to at least put up 1 point. So it's either one or two, whichever you want to go with. Or you can go up to 4 if you want it. I mean, like.
I'll go with 98.
98. Southampton.
Is it too late for Letitia? 98?
Yeah, he was still there. Retired 2002. So yeah, that'd be from Bryson answer. 1998. Looked the film. That Norwegian defender looked. I can't remember. Looked the farm. Yeah. Who's up front? Oh, flipping heck. No, BE was just before. Was Marion Pahars there? No, I don't think he was in 1998. Marion Pahars.
Lost 98.
What year was it in 98? 12?
1 second. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll look for you. You asked for what was the date? What was the exact date?
Yeah, the year. Yeah, I mean, sorry, the month. Sorry.
February 1998.
Oh, okay, 79. I said near the end.
Yes, Saturday, February 7th, 1998.
Okay, would Leonardson have scored?
3 o'clock. Maybe you didn't get to see it because it might have been a blackout game, I guess. I don't know. Because it's at 3 o'clock UK time.
Yeah, Leonardson, Owen, to see the form. Who did they have up front?
We had a really good lineup too, by the way.
Who?
That year, 98 we had a good lineup.
Yeah. Brian's favourite player was there. He was beginning to ruffle some feathers.
Who? Patrick Berger?
Oh no, I wasn't even on about him. Okay. Brian's favourite player, old timer.
Oh, Carl Hines. I'm giving away answers, or not. I'm not giving away answers. I'm giving away, context behind it.
Yeah. Well,
I'm actually not giving away answers.
No, you wouldn't. Yeah, that'd be a Lee moment. So. Who did Southampton? Yeah, I mean, it's just because the Tizzy didn't score in this game.
You got Mark Hughes.
Was he still at? No, I'm sure he's still at. Was he still at Chelsea? I know he went to Southampton. Was it the year after?
98, 99.
He might have been. There's someone else that. I'm just thinking, Marion Pahars.
I said 4 scores. There's 3 scores. My fault.
There's only 3.
There's 3 scores.
So probably someone scored twice for us because no one scored 4 times for them. So someone scored twice for us, and they split the 4 between the two. We're gonna have to put up another. I'm gonna say, I think Robbie for 2 for us.
Yeah, but then Owen was on Prominent that time, innit? Yeah, because Owen was on. Yeah, he was on fire, wasn't he?
Robbie or Owen then. Owen, go. Okay, so go Michael Owen, Letitia, and Harps. What do you think? You happy with that?
Yeah, I'm just thinking about Luke the defender who
Okay.
I wonder
Well,
if
would
he
he have
scored.
scored twice though? Because the
No, he
four was
probably wouldn't have.
no.
Oh no, he probably wouldn't have.
I don't. I like the BG shout. I'm not sure. But the Letitia one, I don't think it's too late for him.
Yeah.
Owen.
All right. Big up. Ringlets in the house. Big up.
Owen
Streets have
BG.
arrived.
Do you think BG maybe is too early for him to
Yeah, B might be thereabouts. Could be. Yeah, B would have been there or thereabouts. So yeah, it could be a shout. I'm just thinking about the defense, but then again, there's 4 goal scorers, isn't it? And there's 5
no
goals.
3?
Three
No,
goal
3.
scorers.
There's 6.
Three goal
6
scorers.
goals,
Okay.
3 goal scorers. So I'm assuming
No, it was
someone's
the final
double
score
for us.
was 3-2.
So
3-2.
5
Sorry, I thought
goals.
you said it was 4-2.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
I said
3-2.
3 goal scorers, 5 goals, basically.
Yeah. Originally, I said it was 4
Letitia
goal
with a
scorers.
penalty.
Okay.
Letitia with a penalty.
Yeah, we're just gonna go with Lettiz. Yeah, he's
Owen.
definitely got to be on there. Owen.
And
Owen,
who's your third then?
God, I'm thinking Robbie or Leonardson. I'm thinking Leonardson, Robbie. I don't know why I'm thinking Leonardson, but I'm thinking him or the defender, Luke the Farm. Thinking of
Okay,
those are the
go.
3.
Do what you think? What? It's either Luke.
Gonna need an answer, people. Gonna need an answer.
All right, we'll go with the Southampton defender, Luke the Farm. All right, we'll go with that.
So Owen, Letitia, and London Farm.
Yeah.
Okay. Chance to steal for the chat. Chance to steal. Good effort, but chance to steal. Lee, do you want to give a shout? I'm only taking 1 point off, so it's 3-3.
What was the year?
1998. Oh, what a year!
Okay, and
3 goal scorers. Yeah, no, we don't. Yeah, 3 goal scorers. 3-2. 3 goal scorers. We've already said
February 7th, 1998, February 7th, at Anfield.
I'll let
Who were the
the
goal scorers?
charge here because I don't know. I'll check to come up with one. I honestly don't know.
Okay. Yes, 7-0. 7 goals tomorrow against. That's what Rasta Crab wants. Okay.
There's been a long time on this, so there's.
Yeah. We'll go with I'll give you this. The chat got it correct. We go with the chat. The goal scorers were Michael Owen, who scored 2 goals in this game, and David Hurst, scored on a penalty.
Oh, the Sheffield Wednesday.
Austin Stad, right?
Oh God, yeah.
How
can I forget?
Scored in the 85th minute, and then unfortunately for us, Hurst scored again in the 90th minute.
Hurst before his injury was brilliant, and David Hurst. He was excellent score.
That the lineup was a good lineup.
So who got the whole? But did anyone get it right in 3, or did they just get it across the chat by naming random players? Did anyone actually get? Owen?
No, well, he got it wrong. Originally, he got him wrong. He said Shannon for them, but then he said, I asked him to try again, and he got the next. He said Owen, and he said Hurst, and an Austin stop for them. Which is a good shout. I mean, I wouldn't have known that one. That was a hard one. I'll give you this. Can you name the starting lineup for us? Starting lineup was a good lineup. No?
Yeah, you got in front of you. I can't.
I know. I just said I just said no, but I just said it's a good lineup. That's all I said.
Was Davy James in goal?
David James was in goal. Yep.
Rob Jones.
That's correct.
Oh God, it's got to be. Was it Kwame? Obama?
No.
Okay, Bab.
Bab was it? Yep.
Bab. Oh yeah, I remember this time. So it's got to be one of the two. Ruddock.
No.
Scales.
No.
Mark Wright.
Steve Harkness.
Steve Harkness, left back. Okay.
Yep. Who was Mateo?
Oh, Dominic Mateo. Okay, yeah, he was the centre back. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Harkness, Mario. Not great. Obviously, people were injured if they were starting. Mario and Harkness never started unless people were injured.
Steve McManaman played in that game.
Berger.
No Berger.
Okay.
Leon Hartson played.
Leon Hartson. I thought he started. I thought he played. Yeah, he wasn't this goal scorer. Ince.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I do not like Paul Ince. I'm sorry. And Jamie played in that game.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Jamie played in that game. Started in that game. Robbie Fowler started in that game, and Michael Owen started in that game.
Yeah. Oh, and I thought Nolan. Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
Half decent starting lineup there. Half decent.
Apart from the defense.
Yeah, it's shocking. I know. Oh man, yeah, there we go.
We made Phil Babb the most expensive defender in league history when we paid 3.6 million for him. Yeah. Phil Babb was not some guy we picked up. He was the most expensive defender ever signed.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was. I mean, he was not good.
Yeah,
I was going to play for Ireland a lot, man. He was shaky at best.
Yeah, right.
That was
most likely they are, Philip. I think they are giving. We'll give you an update. Tune in for the roll call. I'm sure we'll get an update from. Most of the time, those guys do tune in for our roll calls, so they'll certainly give you an update. I believe, though, they mentioned that they are going to do a watch along.
Oh, they are. No, I've seen it. It's up already. They are doing one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all about.
We're about crab, you know. We're about crab.
I'll ask you this. I had a quick follow-up question. If you guys want one.
Oh.
Who are the top 5 Liverpool players with the most appearances against Southampton?
Premier League or all time? Yeah.
All time.
Oh, great. Oh, jeez. We're going to be all night. I'm just going to start the ball off.
Ian Rush played more.
I'll give him when you name them off. I'll give it to you.
Kenny?
No.
Robbie?
No.
Appearances now, not goals, right?
Appearances, not goals. Top 5 Liverpool players with most appearances.
Yeah, so that's your.
So far, you got one. You said Ian Rush, right?
Yeah. So Carragher.
No.
No. Okay. Southampton out. Okay.
Stevie G.
No.
Oh boy. Okay. Hippier.
No. And I'll let the chat and Lee play along with you. This isn't just for Brian and Nolante. Lee, you can chime in too. And I'll see Dara.
Seems to become back.
Neither one of those. It's not Owen or Fowler either.
Roger
or
Hunt?
No, I think he's answering the lineup question.
That was for a previous thing.
Yeah.
Roger Hunt.
No. No, these names are names you would get too. By the way, these are, names that are. I don't think I'm giving away the answer, but these are, prominent names in Liverpool history.
Steve Highway,
No,
Steve Nicol.
Steve Nicol would be fifth. Ian Rush is second. Steve Nicol is fifth.
He's fifth. Okay. Say no more.
So you're missing the first. Or actually, Ian Rush is first too, but he's tied for first. But there is another player.
Barnes.
I was gonna say John Barnes. Yeah.
No.
No. Okay.
I'm just thinking most
Let's
appearances.
say. Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of the guys with the most appearances, like Highway and Rush and Kenny. Kenny's out.
Oh yeah.
Highway, Nichols in. Oh, Phil Thompson.
No.
Alan Hansen.
Alan Hansen. That would be
Yeah.
That would be technically number 2. He's third.
He's tied with Rush.
No. So Rush has 27 appearances. Hansen has 24 appearances.
Oh, so someone else is tied with Rush.
Yeah.
Okay.
The next name.
Nicol has 21. He's in 5th place. So you need whoever's tied for first, and you need the third, if you want to call it fourth. I don't know if you want to call it, but these are the top 5. But obviously, 2 of them are tied for first, technically.
I was thinking what Dara was saying. Ian Callahan.
That'd be incorrect.
Okay.
No, that'd be incorrect too. Well, with this next guess, at least.
Something prominent player. Let's go
Steve
for
McMahon.
No. Is Lee still with us? Lee,
yeah.
All right. This is the players, 2 players that you're missing right now. So you only have 2 players. I'll give you the hint. Obviously, the one player has 27 appearances. The other player has 23 appearances.
I thought it helped, but
I know. The one player who's in first place has 0 goals. And the player that has 23 appearances has 5 goals.
Bruce Grobbler.
That would be correct.
Okay, yeah. So the next one is
the 0 goals kind of gave it away.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Kind of gave it away. But then again, Alan Hansen doesn't have any goals.
Well, in 20 odd, yeah. I've only got 4 of these now. Come on, let's step up.
Who's the last one? Last one.
5 goals, 23. Oh god, sorry. Someone who's been at the club for a long time.
It's not Stevie G, because that was said already. It's not Barnes.
Said Highway. Yeah.
It's not Highway. It's not Callahan. Raheem Souness.
Good guess.
No.
Okay.
Said Kenny. Kevin Keegan.
Jimmy Case. Jimmy Case.
No, not him either. Some good names though. Some good names out there.
I think Brian, you said Phil Neal, didn't you? Phil Neal?
No, I didn't say Phil Neal. I said Steve Nicol. Phil Neal is someone I didn't say, actually.
How about this? I'll give you.
Is it Phil Neal?
No. It was Ronnie Whelan.
Oh, Ronnie.
Ronnie. Oh, wow. Okay.
Real quick, see if we can get it before we end, because we're about to. This one might be a little bit easier for you guys. This is the last question I'll ask. I know you guys love trivia so much, so I'll just give you one last question, because I think that's all I had for today. Other than that, yep. All right, last question. Can you name the top 5 Liverpool players? Top 5 Liverpool players with the most goals in this fixture.
Salah.
Okay, he's number 2.
Ian Rush.
Ian Rush is number 1 with 13 goals. What's wild is Salah has 9 goals in 12 appearances. Ian Rush has 13 goals, but he has it in 27 appearances. That is pretty crazy. But
That's mad.
That's mad. But you said who? Who'd you say?
Robbie.
Robbie would be number 3 with 8 goals and also 12 appearances.
The
Probably
boy.
Stevie.
Yeah.
Stevie would not be on this list.
Okay. The boy. What?
Okay.
The boy wonder.
Michael Owen.
Yes, that's what I thought you were suggesting.
Yeah.
I wanted to hear you say it.
Did
I'll
Mane
take
sneak
it.
on this list, by the way? Did Mane sneak onto it?
No, but Michael Owen is at 8 goals. He's tied with Robbie Fowler. And he has 8 goals, 12 appearances. The last 5th, who's 5th on this list? And this is the last one. He has 16 appearances. I'll give you that clue.
Torres. No, it wouldn't be him. No, it wouldn't be him. 16 appearances. No, it wouldn't be him.
Yeah, 16 appearances is a lot of appearances.
Yeah, it wouldn't be. My all-time favorite, Barnesy.
That would be correct.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. Oh, there you go.
There you
Done
go.
and done.
He's got 5 goals. 5
Okay.
appearances. And 16 appearances. So, people, we now know that Southampton knowledge is pretty on point. I'd say you guys got some really good hard questions. I tried to make this one kind of difficult to get, or at least a little bit more difficult than normal, so that we could get some so it wasn't just a layup for everyone. Like, who wears number 8, or or something silly like that, but well done. Before we leave, you guys, I was going to ask the chat, is there anything you want to say? Anything you wanted to do or say? I'll ask Lee first. Anything you want to say to the people on this TGIF?
Yeah, just looking forward to tomorrow's game now. Hopefully, like everyone in the chat and all you guys as well. Looking forward to hopefully getting the points, and then we're on to Paris. Then we've got Paris coming in, haven't we? So yeah, it's exciting times, isn't it? Like, even though it's not one of our major rivals, right? It's still a huge game, isn't it? Like, every game gives every game. You can only get 3 points, can't you? You can only beat what's in front of you and all that.
Yeah.
So it's a big game still. Looking forward to it. Hopefully we have a good performance and there's no injuries. And that's all we can ask for, really, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Would you like to say anything to the chat before we let them go, Brian?
Roll call. That's what I'm going to say.
Call.
Tomorrow,
That's right.
2 p.m. UK. You know what to do.
Okay. And Alante, last but not least.
Roll the call the roll. Roll it all together. What do you get? Liverpool versus Southampton, and the guys on the panel. So yeah, stay tuned. Same bat time, same 12 channel, same place. See you tomorrow. Yeah, that's it really. I was gonna do, actually, funny enough, added to your trivia quiz, but we'll leave that for another time because
leave for roll call.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll leave it for roll call. Yeah, because you're finishing up. So yeah, we'll leave it for that.
Leave for roll call.
That's fine. We'll leave it for tomorrow. Big up.
Big up to everyone. Recognize that you'll have a little follow-up pop quiz via Nalante tomorrow, or at least a question for you guys tomorrow to kind of get the brain circulating, synapses popping. And that's a wrap for today, my Reds. You got my 5-0 prediction. Hopefully Slaw can make history tomorrow once again, as he always seems to do. Have a little bit of a bounce back game. I'm certain that he's going to be chomping at the bit, as they say, to get back into his scoring mode. Drop your predictions if you can below in the comments section. If you want to tell us how you did on the quiz, you could be. We take your word for it. You can tell us how you did as well. But until tomorrow, we'll see you next time on Liverpool 12th Man Show. Be safe, and as always, And as always, up the Reds, my people, up the Reds. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care and be safe.